Hello, I am coming on to do a reading for the collective. It is just going to be a general energy check-in, so it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. Don't make something fit your situation. If it doesn't fit or does not make sense for you, I'm just going to shuffle, and then I'll pull the energy around the reading and pull the reading. Spirit, what is the energy around this reading, please? Yeah. Okay, trust. I can accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Adversity. Okay. So your inner voice might be guiding you and telling you there's some sort of conflict around you. Even though I still feel like you feel confident in whatever you're doing, you may have some sort of awareness that you're dealing with conflict that may be trying to affect your confidence in creating challenges in you moving forward in different situations, but I still feel like it's not really something that affects you very much, because you still have this place you're showing up in of being really confident and being highly aware of what you're doing, even though this is to cause you to be like a failure or to come out as failing or to end up failing in what you're doing. But the failure is covered in this really bright, vibrant energy. So you may be somebody that, even if it looks like to maybe others or to like outside situations, others could think like, oh, this person's failing or they're not doing well, the energy you're in does not allow you to be in that set or that mind state. You have this ability to turn situations that may look dreary or not as bright into being really positive, because you may learn lessons from things that may not be as positive, may not be the way you wanted them to be, but even though they are not the like ideal situation or they're not going how you had planned, you may just take them as a way to learn and apply it to different situations you go through in your day-to-day life, like apply it to how to get through a different situation or how to move through like another phase in your life. I feel like you don't really let things become failures, or you don't feel like you're failing, even if to like outside situations or outside perspectives may have this idea of like, oh, that's a failure, or they're not doing well, or they need to give up or something like that. It may be like an outside perspective that you're surrounded by, but I feel like to you it's a lesson, or it's a situation you turn into a positive like life lesson or situation you are happy to learn from, or an experience you're happy to grow off of, rather than it being, oh, it didn't turn out how I had planned. It's more like, I have turned this into this sort of like lesson, and I can learn to do this next time, or I can change this, or I can do this differently. I feel like is how this is coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some cards from this. Okay, so yeah, we have the 9 of Swords. Under the Trust and the Tower. Yeah, so I feel like there is like some sort of like adversity or like conflict around you where there may be it's like a situation. Maybe it could be like people that you've walked away from, or like people from maybe like could be like people from your past, or just situations you may have been involved with before you went through, like maybe you went through a new phase or like closed chapters on different situations and went into a new like start. It's wanting to keep you in an energy that does not align with where you are. It's wanting to see you crumble or be stuck in a... Wait, hold on. Let me look at this, okay? Okay, so, it could be that for some situations, some cases, may want you to stay stuck in a situation where you could have at one time been in a really difficult place. It also may be that people are not able to comprehend how you went through the transition that you've gone through. Because we have the Fool, we have Death, we have the Tower, and we have the Empress. So it's like not being able, it's like people are like, it's like people cannot understand how, people cannot understand how you've gone through the changes that you've gone through, because like I said, there may have been this time where people had seen you and you were in a really bad place. Not bad, but well, it could have been bad, but maybe there was like thinking this person is probably not going to be able to get out of this spot that they're in. And then the next time they see you, you are like co-creating your own world, or doing really impressive things that you're nurturing, or maybe you're starting a business, or maybe you're raising a family and you're a really great parent, or maybe you're nurturing like ideas that you're getting off the ground, or stuff like that. It's like having these new opportunities come in, but it's like the last time that maybe people or family or something saw you, you were in this place of really being in like a tortured situation, and people feeling like this empathy, like almost feeling a sadness of not being able to see how to help you out of a space that you had been in. I feel like you used a lot of the resources you had to come into a place of creating stability in a new start. There was also things that were brought in towards you as far as practical opportunities that came in for you that helped you ground yourself in the ability to have stability, to grow on like things you're passionate about, or you were somehow given stability enough to put yourself in a place where you were able to focus on things that you felt passionate about. So you may have been able to take time off of being stressed about like having a 9-to-5 job, or having to deal with daily struggles. But I feel like this is something you did go back to. You maybe went back to like taking care of your bills and stuff like that. But I feel like you had this time of rebalancing yourself, because you had some sort of resources that came in that brought you into a place of finding balance, so that you could find what you are passionate about. And I feel like off of that, you were able to bring in structure or stability and grow on different things that you felt strongly about, as far as your own drive and skill level, and different like creative sparks or flow that you had. So we have the Nine of Wands. I get this as the Destiny card. And then we have the Two of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles. And I'm pulling these weird. And the Moon. So something's hidden. Okay, so yeah, you may keep what you do, a lot of what you do hidden as far as different ideas or projects, or maybe stuff you do as far as bringing in an income, or what you do for work, or maybe something you do for work has to be like you're not able to talk about it because of like different rules or regulations around like work policies and stuff. There could be different things you do as far as creative projects that people are trying to find or look for that may be hidden. I do feel like you have there's a lot of wands coming out, so it's like there's a lot of creative flow that is here, and I feel like you feed into that often, or it's part of your new start that you're in, is creating a lot, or a high focus on creating often. You may be somebody that spends a lot of your time you may be somebody that spends a lot of your time in your own space, and you may enjoy kind of being like off in your own world and feeling like you're just doing your own thing in your own space. I feel like that's comforting for you. You may have animals that you're close to. You may have like a child or children, either like you're like an aunt, or you have children that you've had that you are really close with. Overall, I feel like you may live like a really simple life, but it's I feel like very content. I feel like you're really happy. I feel like you're really happy with what you are in or what you're doing. Again, this I feel like comes from being in a place that was really difficult and finding your way into a space of really being happy with some sort of destined space or place that you've walked into, some sort of destiny that you've aligned yourself with, that may be more of a simple life, or a simplified type of lifestyle. But I feel like it is what makes you feel very content and whole. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that is the reading I have for now.